You tried to get into 3 colleges. Mm-hmm. Each time they rejected you.
No, I tried. There's examination that young people, if you want to go to university, you have to take the examinations. So I failed 3 times.
Okay.
But a lot of fail. I failed for funny things that I failed a key primary school test for 2 times. And I failed 3 times for the middle schools. And you will never believe in Hangzhou, my city, there's only 1 middle school that lasts only 1 year. It was changed from primary school to middle school because our graduates of our school, no middle school accept us because we were too bad. Yeah. They would become a middle school.
What effect did it have, though, being rejected?
Well, I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I think when I graduated from universities, and before for 3 years I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police. They said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC came to China, come to my city, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police. 5 people, 4 of them accepted. I was the only guy that I received it. So for me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. I know if you reject.
Yes, sorry now. 10 times you wrote them and said, I'd like to come to Harvard.
Yeah. And then I told myself, someday I should go teach there, buddy.
I think that can be arranged. Richard Nixon came to Hangzhou.
Yeah.
And after that, tourists flooded the place.
Yeah.
And that's how you learned English.
Yeah. I really like I don't know why, at 12, 13 years old, that time I suddenly fell in love into the language, the English. And there's no place you can learn English at that time. There's no books, English books. So I went to the Hangzhou Hotel, now called Hangzhou Shangri-La Hotel, because that was the hotel can receive the foreign visitors. So every morning for 9 years, I showed them around as a free guide, and they taught me English. And I think that changed me. Today, I'm 100% made in China. I've never got a one-day train outside China.
Yeah.
And when people talk to me, say, Jack, how can you speak English like that? Why sometimes you talk like an Western guys? I think that was the 9 years. These Western tourists opened my mind, because everything they told me are so different from the things I learned from the schools and from my parents. So now I have a habit. Whatever I see, whatever I read, I use my mind. Think about it for 2 minutes.
Is that how Ma Jun became Jack Ma?
Actually, Jack, the name was given by a lady in tennis. She's a tourist. She came here and she said, came to Hangzhou. We become a pen friends. Ma Ring is so difficult to pronounce. So she said, do you have an English name? I said, don't. So can you give me an English name? She said, okay. She said, my father called it Jack. My husband called Jack. What do you think about Jack? I said, good. So I've been using that for that many years.
Yeah. You were also seen in Hollywood.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Hollywood?
Well, I like the Hollywood innovation at the digital. I learned so much about the Hollywood movies, especially the Forrest Gump.
You love Forrest Gump.
I love Forrest Gump.
But why do you like him?
Simple. Never give up. People thinking he's done, but he knows what he's doing. And I was very depressed the day, year 2002 or 3 in the States, when a bit earlier than that. I was very depressed when I could not find out a way for the internet. And I watched the movie in my friend's home, Forrest Gump. When I see him, I think, this is the guy we should learn from. Believe what you're doing. Love it. Whether people like it, don't like it, be simple. And like the word, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you can get, right? I never know I would be here talking to you and talking to Charlie Rose. I never know. But today I made it. I told my people in my apartment 15 years ago, guys, we have to work hard. Not for ourselves. If we can be successful, 80% of the young people in China can be successful. We don't have a rich father, powerful uncle. We don't have a $1 from bank, 1 cent from government. Just work as a team.
So what do you worry about?
I worry about it today. Young people, a lot of young people lose hope, lose vision, and start to complain. Because we also have the same period. Because when I got, it's not a good feeling being rejected by so many people. We also depressed, but at least later we find that the world has a lot of opportunity. How you see the world, how you catch the opportunity. So, in the Hollywood gives me a lot of inspiration. You know?
But you were out there for business. You were out there because you want to make movies and sell them.
I want to make the movie for business-wise. We are e-commerce company. We have a lot of products that need logistic. But movie, TV, these are things you don't need logistic system. And movie probably is the best product that can help Chinese young people to understand. Because one thing I told the Chinese people, my friends, in American movie, all the heroes at the beginning, they look like a bad guy. Terrible things coming, they become a hero. And finally, they all survived. China, if you're a hero, all the hero died. So, because only dead people become the hero. So nobody want to be the hero.
So you want to change the Chinese definition of hero?
Yeah, I want to say hero. Today we have so many heroes who live in this world.
Are you still writing these kung fu novels or just reading them?
I read them and I start to write something. I think it's fun. The kung fu is something you start to think about something that you cannot do. But if you have some luck, if you continue to practice, if you got a good master, if you're a good team, you get expert. So at least to make me, when I'm busy, when I'm tired or frustrated, I read kung fu books. And
finally, there's this. You're one of the world's richest people. Your company is one of the world's richest companies. What do you want beyond Alibaba?
Well, by richest people, I was really not happy in the past 3 months when people say Jack Ma is the richest people of China.
Global celebrity, they said.
No, I'm not. When I started business...
You are.
I never thought, because how many... Yeah, maybe I am. Not, but I think 15 years ago, in my apartment, my wife was, at that time, one of the 18 founders. I asked her, do you want your husband to be a rich person? I never said rich person in China, rich person in Hangzhou. Or you want your husband to be a respected person? She said, of course respected. Because she never believed, and I don't believe we'll be rich people. We just want to survive. But I believe when you have $1 million, that's your money. When you have $20 million, you start to have a problem. You worry about inflation, which is stock to buy and this, that, had to come. When you have $1 billion, that's not your money. That's the trust society gives on you. They believe you can manage the money, use the money better than the government and the others. So I think today I have the resources, do more things. With the money we have, with the influence we have, we should spend more time on the young people. And I would say someday I'll go back to teach, go back to school, spend time with the young people and sharing with them what I've done. So the money is not mine. I just happily and having these resources, then I want to do a better job.
Just tell them your story.
Yeah, tell them the story and tell them that if Jack, I don't think in this world there are a lot of people be rejected more than 30 times. If we, the only thing we never give up, the only thing like we're like a Forrest Gump, we keep on fight, we keep on change ourselves. We don't complain. Whether you are successful or not successful, I find that people, when they finish the job, if they make the mistake, if they fail, if they always complain the others, this guy will never come back. If the guy only check himself, yeah, something wrong with me here, something wrong with me there, this guy has a hope.